Okay, hi everybody. You're very welcome. Thank you for joining me. My name is Jess, and I'm going to take you through the next 45 minutes or so of working into the upper body. So, into the shoulders, the collarbones, across the chest, even around into the upper part of the back. A couple of things that you should really have near you to build your own yoga studio at the moment. If you have a cork block, or a foam block. Cork blocks are better than foam blocks. These are a bit light and flaky. But if you have some cork blocks, one or two, two's better. But if you have some of them around, that'd be great. If you don't, then grab some books, some hard books, stack them up. You'll need about four maybe, and then wrap a towel or a blanket around them. Yeah, I think that is all for the moment. So we're going to start in child's pose. Oh, and here's Dolly. Dolly's decided to join in today. So bring your big toes to touching. Bum back towards the heels, not necessarily touching the heels, and then walk your hands out in front of you, forehead to the floor. Breathe out. You can bring your elbows down to the ground. And just take a few moments here to stretch out the back. Elbows down, palms of the hands on the mat. Belly hanging between the thighs. Take another few breaths here. And then taking a gentle twist. So bring your left hand underneath your right armpit, left side of your head to the floor. And then swap it over. Left arm out, right arm underneath, right side of your head to the floor. And then bring right arm back out in front of you. Slowly walk your hands back towards your knees and lift yourself all the way up. Nice. Sweep your arms out wide. Take hold of opposite elbows up above your head. If you need to sit on something, then grab your block and bring that underneath your bum. So sometimes you need to get the hips higher than the knees, and that is fine. Sweep your arms wide. Take hold of opposite elbows above your head. Lift your chin. Pull your tailbone back, pull your lungs forwards, and imagine a giant beach ball to your right. As you lift yourself up, lift over that beach ball. And then look up to the ceiling. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. One more. Inhale up. Exhale over the beach ball. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, come all the way back to the center. Now lift your eyes. Find the left eye, look out. Find the right eye, look out. Pull your tailbone back. Again, move those lungs forward. Lift the chin. Imagine the armpits are windows to your lungs. So open out the windows. Move the lungs forwards to reach the windows. And then let your arms just drop down by your side. Shoulders relaxed. You need to move your head a little, that's fine. Turn it, look from one shoulder to the other shoulder. And then when you're ready, come onto hands and knees. And allow blocks to scooch out of your way so you have a clean space. Coming onto the hands. Turn your middle fingers towards each other. Walk them into touching so you have formality in your frame and you set up your structure, your boundaries. And then turn those middle fingers back to facing forwards. Watch the elbows. The elbows aren't pointing out to the side. Point the elbows back so you can roll the shoulders down your back. Then push your hands into the ground again so you're not dropping between the shoulders and you're lifting yourself up. Start to move through your cat cow. So as you inhale, bum up, belly drops, chin lifts. As you exhale, tailbone tucks round the back, chin to chest. Inhale, heart forwards, eyes lift. Exhale, round the back. Couple more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And gently come all the way back to the center. Right hand turn fingers out to the right. Left hand turn fingers out to the left. And just rock a little bit from side to side. Take your time with this. And then let's do one at a time. So left hand fingers face forwards, right hand fingers face back. Now if you find you're rolling the shoulders in, turn the biceps to the left hand biceps to face back and lift out of the shoulders so you're not dropping in. You might even need to walk your hands a little further apart, and that is fine. Start to circle around yourself. So we're turning the fingers back towards the knees to open out the wrists. The wrist then open up the arm. The arm opens out the collarbone, which opens out the shoulder. If anyone wants to do two at the same time, that is absolutely no problem. Nice, change direction. Breathing in, breathing out. Toes are tucked or untucked, doesn't really matter. And then right hand turns to face forwards, left hand turns to face back. If you're doing both at the same time, you can turn them to face forwards, take a minute, and then flip them back again. Circling around the wrists. For some of you, this is just pure agony, and you might only get the hands diagonal. That's okay to a point, but we really want to try and get the fingers back to the knees, okay? Even placing some socks underneath the heels of your hand can help open out things a little bit more. I don't know where my straps are. Straps under hands are a great one as well. Nice, and then flip the hands to face forwards. Turn your fingers back towards each other again. Walk your fingers in, interlace them, and plant them onto the ground. Circle around the shoulders, so leaning forwards, leaning back. Working into the wrist joints. And then turn the fingers back to facing forwards. Nice. Now flip one hand and bring it right onto the wrist side. So not just on the top of the knuckles, down into the wrist, and rock backwards and forwards. Wriggle the fingers a little. Swap it over. Same on the other side. Wriggle the fingers. Nice, turn them all the way back to facing forwards. Walk your hands out in front of you as you sink your bum to your heels. Stretch your hands out. Sorry, Daddy. Forehead to the floor. Now, don't move your hands. Just lift yourself up onto hands and knees. And then when you're ready, tuck your toes and pull your hips back and up into downward facing dog. Take your time getting into your downward dog. So keep thinking, bum, back and up. Back and up. Lengthen your heels towards the floor for a moment. They're not going to touch the floor. Well, they might. But if they do, amazing. If they don't, it's really not the end of the world. Most people's heels do not touch the floor. But just feel a big leg through your calf muscles. Now pull your bum back and up. Bend your knees. Hug your armpits towards each other and then soften your shoulders down your back. Let your head be free. Ears are kind of roughly alongside your arms. Exhale. Nice. And then drop both knees all the way down to the ground. Keep your toes tucked. Bum back towards your heels. Hands don't need to move. Forehead down. Inhale. Lift yourself up to hands and knees. Tuck the toes. Pull the hips back and up, downward dog. Walk your hands to your feet. So folding over yourself and moving backwards. And then hang over yourself. So keep the knees bent. Feet are hip width apart. And a nice way to find a measurement right now is if you make two fists with your hands. Bring them between the arches of your feet and walk your big toes towards the baby toe sides of your hands. And then hang. Release the hands, let them dangle. Take hold of opposite elbows. Left collarbone to the left, right to the right. Rock backwards and forwards. Lift the elbows a little further forward so the elbows aren't touching your legs. Think about having your shoulders along your ears. Breathing out. Really imagine weights in your elbows pulling you down to the ground. Nice. Slowly release your fingertips to the floor. Walk your hands all the way out in front of you, staying on fingertips. Now, lean forwards. Notice how your fingertips have possibly gone white. Lean back into your feet. Float your fingers off the ground. Keep that weight. So bring your fingers back to the floor just so you can handle the world a little bit as you walk them into the future. Relax your shoulders. Belly rests on your thighs. That's your contact. And then lift your chin a little bit so the eyes are able to look towards a line roughly where the fingers are. So imagine there was a line from your index finger to your other one. And the eyes just look forwards. Walk both hands all the way over to the right. Pull left bum cheek back. Relax the shoulders. Walk hands back through the middle and over to the left. Pull the right bum back. Walk hands all the way back through the middle. Nice. Walk hands back to your feet. Slowly start to come to standing, but with dangly arms. Not beside you, just out in front. Knees bent. And you slowly lift yourself all the way up. And the shoulders roll back and the head lifts. Take a moment. Nice. Inhale. Sweep your arms wide. Interlace your hands up above your head. Sorry, I lose my hands. Turn the palms to face up. Close your eyes a moment. Rock backwards and forwards. From the arches of your feet, find the middle. So as you rock backwards and forwards, can you find that center point for standing, right in the middle? Hold that. From the arches of your feet, move up to the backs of your knees. From the backs of your knees, move all the way up to your pelvic floor. From the pelvic floor, lift up to the sternum. From the sternum, lift all the way up to your eyes. From the eyes, move up to the pineal gland, up the top of your head. From the top of your head, move up to the hands. Lift and lengthen. And again, imagine a giant beach ball to your right. Lift up and over that beach ball. Breathe into the left nostril. Breathe into the left lung. Inhale to the center. Swap it over. Lean to the left. Breathe into the right nostril. Don't look down. Look up. Inhale. Come all the way back to the center. Bend your knees. Sweep your arms out wide like you're flying. And then gently drop yourself all the way back down into a forward fold. Exhale, chin to chest. Nice. Take 3 half lifts. Inhale, lift the eyes, look out. Exhale then. 2 more. Inhale. Just allow the breath to move organically, to move slowly. Last one. Inhale. And then exhale, bow down again, round your back and slowly come all the way up to standing. Keep the arms dangling long. And then roll the shoulders back and lift up. Nice. Sweep the arms wide again. Interlace your hands above your head. Turn the palms to face up. Now, feet are again hip width apart. Another measurement for hip is if you turn your toes in and they find the arches of your feet. So if you're too wide, there's a gap. Yeah? So find that measurement. Keep it formal. It's not just kind of, oh, I think my hips are this wide.
Lift yourself up. Now look up. Bring your knuckles underneath your chin. Stay looking up. You're probably going to look down to see me. That's fair enough. Lift up. So keep those elbows lifted. Now, bend your knees. Stick your bum out like you're about to sit into a chair really far behind you. Don't sink your weight into your heels. Sink your weight forwards into the balls of your feet. Not that the heels come off, but this one we're going to keep them down. And then reach the chest forwards. Keep the eyes lifted. Keep those elbows in line. Keep going down and keep the eyes looking out. Keep the knees bent. So keep an eye on your back. You don't want to round it and come down. That's basically cheating. You want to keep that back straight. Keep the elbows lifted. It's like you're coming into a forward fold from the hips, but you've got a back bend going on in the upper back. Keep going. And then gently take hold of opposite elbows and hang over yourself. Knees are bent, belly on thighs. Drop the hands, 2 half lifts, inhale. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bow down. Plant the palms, step back onto your knees. And then bum back towards your heels again. Walk your hands really far out in front of you, forehead to the ground. Keep your hands where they are. Lift up to hands and knees and then tuck the toes, pull back and up, downward facing dog. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck, bend the knees, pull your bum back and up. Breathe out. Nice, your right foot is going to step forwards beside your right thumb. Now how you get there is up to you. Either you lift your right leg high and you step it forwards to the top of the mat, or you drop your left knee down as you swing your right foot forwards. Do not bring your hands back to your feet or your foot. Walk your foot towards your hands. And then everyone drops the back knee and lets the hips sink forwards. A little check of your alignment. So front knee is in line with ankle of foot. Back or hips go forwards and back leg is at diagonal. Keep the back foot tucked for a moment. Bring your hands all the way up onto your thighs. So you can wrap left bum cheek around left hip. Now if this is too far, just pull yourself out a little bit. Press the balls of your feet back and front down into the ground like you're trying to split the mat in two. Whoops. And then inhale, sweep the arms up, interlace hands around the back of your head. Hug your elbows in beside your head and lift your eyes and look up. Again, move those lungs into the front body. And then gently release all 10 fingers back down to the floor. Lift the eyes, look out. As you exhale, pull your hips back. Keep your belly wrapped around your thighs and bow down. Don't worry about straightening that front leg. Inhale, bend the front knee, lift the eyes. Exhale, pull the hips back. Take another one. Inhale, bend the front knee, lift the eyes. Exhale. Nice. Inhale, bend the front knee. Tuck the back toe. Lift your back knee. So really use your bum to lift up. Plant the hands flat onto the mat. Push the ground away from you. Round your back. Pull the belly in. So you can sweep that front leg back. So roll it onto the baby toe side and step back, downward facing dog. Exhale. Whenever you're ready, same on the left. So however you get there, you could drop the right knee down and then swing the left foot forwards, or you just lift it and swing. Either way, we're all going to end up with one knee down, right leg. And then same again. Hips go forwards. Knee in line with ankle. Lift your eyes, look forwards. Come up onto your thigh. Right bum cheek wraps around right hip. Lift the chin. Sweep the arms forwards, lift up, interlace hands around the back of the head. Hug your elbows into the sides of your head. Lift your eyes. Right bum cheek wraps around right hip. Nice. And then slowly release all 10 fingers down to the mat. Belly stays on thighs as you pull your hips back. You can wrap your hand around that leg just to kind of keep that contact. And then fingers forwards. Inhale, bend the front knee, lift the eyes, sink into the hips. Exhale, pull them back and then bow down. Pause a moment here. Nice. Inhale, bend the front knee. Tuck your back toe. Push into those fingertips. They're not going to break. Lift your knee. Now lift your bum up high, 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 high. This time, plant the hands onto the ground. Push the ground away from you. Roll your front foot onto the baby toe side as you step it all the way back downward, facing dog. Exhale. Breathe out. Nice. Same again. Right foot steps forward, top of the mat. How you get there is up to you. This time, keep that back leg lifted. Now, keep drawing the back heel forward. So you don't want to drop your weight and your energy into your back heel. You want to lift yourself up. Left hand stays down, on fingertips or hand is planted. And then right hand reaches up to the ceiling. Keep drawing those knees towards each other. Breathing out. Nice. And then step back, downward dog. Push your hands into the ground. Remember, you can drop onto the knees at any point. Same on the left. Left leg steps to the top of the mat. Right hand down. Inhale, left hand lifts up. Watch that back heel. Don't let it drop. Lift it up. Breathing out. Nice. Slowly, left hand comes down, baby toe side. Little bit of buoyancy. Find some bounce. And then step your right foot forwards beside your left foot. Fold over. Exhale. 2 half lifts. Inhale. Lean into the balls of the feet. Don't lean back into your heels. Exhale. Nice. Take another one. Inhale. Exhale down. Round your back. Bend your knees. Slowly come all the way to standing. Take your time. Chin stays tucked to chest. And then lift all the way up. Roll the shoulders down the back. Lift the chin. Breathe out. Lungs moving into front body. Nice. Take another breath. Inhale. Sweep the arms wide. Lift up. Look up. Bring your knuckles underneath your chin. Bend your knees. Stick your bum out. Reach your chest forwards. Keep the eyes looking forwards. If anyone wants to go further, you can come up onto the balls of the feet. But, take your time. Keep folding, either heels down or up. But again, the weight is moving forward, so don't lean back into your heels. You want to move forwards. And then fold over. Take hold of opposite elbows and hang. Exhale. Nice. Drop your hands all the way down to the ground. Take 2 half lifts. Fingers on the ground, knees bent, straight back. Exhale. Bow down. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Bow down. Nice. Come right up onto your tippy toes. So getting into your toe creases. And then gently let the heels come all the way down to the ground. Come onto hands and knees. How you get there again, totally up to you. Exhale, round your back. Toes stay tucked. Inhale. Lift the eyes, look out. Exhale to round the back, chin to chest. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale. And then gently come all the way back to a neutral spine. Bring the big toes to touching again. Bring your knees out really wide. Bring your bum back towards your heels. Whoops. And then walk your hands out in front of you. For a moment, just drop into child's pose. And then come right up onto your fingertips. Lift your head a little. If you have a cork block or foam block, you can place it underneath your head. That feels really nice. To be honest, it even feels nicer if you can place them underneath armpits. And then walk both hands all the way over to the left. Now pull your right bum cheek back. Belly can drop onto thighs if it's there. Now, drop your right elbow down to the floor. Lift the right hand. Make a fist. And then left palm of your hand goes over the fist. Lean back a little. Push the flat hand, the left hand, into the fist. You might have to wiggle around a little bit to pull yourself back, and that's fine. Push down to rise up. So lift out of that right shoulder. Lean back a little. Now look forwards to 12 o'clock. Lean your head back a little. Breathe out. Again, if you have a block and you want to place the block under your head, that can feel so nice because the head is heavy. And then when you're ready, bring your hands all the way back out in front of you. Take your time, maybe take a moment just in the center. And then walk both hands all the way over to the right. Pull the left bum back. And then drop left elbow down to the ground. Make a fist. Plant the palm of your right hand over the fist. And then don't drop into the left shoulder. So lift up, turn your tummy towards the right, and then look to 12 o'clock. Again, a block under the head just feels so nice. It takes all the muscle, because muscle is dense and muscle doesn't have much movement. So putting your head on something takes all the muscle out of the pose. Muscle doesn't really allow currency and electricity to move through it, and that's what we want in our body. It's like if you've got a little niggle somewhere, or foible, as my teacher says, it's kind of like a hose pipe that's got a crick in it. So we're trying to iron out all those little cricks and wrinkles. And that might not mean comfort. Nice. Release your fingertips all the way down to the ground. Walk the hands back through the middle. Look forwards. Lift up a little. Relax the shoulders. Again, think about moving your lungs forwards. And then walk your hands back to your knees and lift up. Take a moment, sit tall. Okay. Swinging your legs out, come to sit down. No idea what time. Have either your block or some towels nearby. I'm going to move into the up here, upper back. Yeah. So feet out in front, knees bent. Bring your knees right up into your chest. Wrap your hands around your knees. Drop your chin to your chest. Feel a slight rounding in the back. And then bring your hands right above your toes. Now, this is going to be weird if some of you have never done this before with me. So arms are on the outsides of the knees. Don't worry about it. Don't have them on the inside. That's just harder. Walk your feet a couple of steps forwards, one or two. And then keep your tummy on your thighs. So you keep hugging into yourself. And this might be as far as you can go. See, can you give the bum a little wiggle, one or two wiggles back. So walk your bum back a little bit. Whoops. Don't fall over. Oh, there's the sunshine again. And that might be as far as you can go without coming into a rounding of the back. So keep the belly on the thighs. Keep walking your bum back. Don't worry about straightening your legs. Do worry about your toes rolling out. So if you find that they're rolling out a lot, walk your feet a tiny bit wider. Take your hands to the baby toe sides of your feet and hold your feet to point up. And then relax your shoulders and drop your chin to your chest. Again, if you have the space, the block will feel really nice for the head. But if you find you're just up a little bit high, then don't worry about a block and just fold over. Take a few breaths here. You might notice the longer you're here, the more you soften into the pose, the more you relax the shoulders down the back. And then lift your chin, lift your eyes, lift all the way up. Not with a rounding the back, but a sitting tall. Scoot yourself forwards. Now, have your cork block or your pillows, excuse me, near you. You might want to use a sofa, the underneath of a sofa, to get your hands underneath it to help you. We're going to move into plow pose. So here's that dog. As you lie down, you might want your hands under something to help lift the hips up. So you're going to get your hips up high, yeah? And then you're going to grab whatever is near you, cork block or bolster or whatever, and you're going to get it under your lower back. And you're going to hang out here, feet overhead. You can let your hands drop, or you can bring your hands around the backs of your legs, and you just let your back drop onto the block. I will say a bolster or towels is a bit more comfortable than a block. A block has sharp edges. Well, sharp, but you know what I mean. Or a towel wrapped around blocks might be better. And you're just going to hang out here, chin to chest. Don't move your eyes. Keep them looking up. And breathe out. Relax the shoulders. Left collarbone to the left. Pull right collarbone to the right. You could even, if you reach your feet, take your feet. If you don't, it does not matter. You can keep your arms down alongside you or on your back. Stay a little longer. Oh, sorry, Dolly. I got rid of you. Take a few more breaths. Nice. Now you got to get out of this. So hands to the lower back. Lift up your hips. So you've got yourself supported. Take your block out. Where is that dog? Dolly. And then lower your hips all the way onto the dog. Move. And then lower your feet and straighten your legs. And let your arms drop down beside you. And just take a moment. Nice. Last thing we're going to do. Take your 2 books or your cork block, bend your knees, and then you're going to bring this block under your upper back, okay? So you're going to have to lift yourself up, and it probably just go under the hips first, and then you kind of drop the hips, and you have to wiggle it up your back. So it's sort of around your, let's say, bra strap area, and then drop your bum, so stick your bum out. Now it's going to feel really weird, and some of you may need something under your head if it feels too far, okay? But take your time and slowly lower your head down. Open your arms out wide. Knees can be bent or they can be straight, doesn't matter. Just take a while here. Just letting everything go. And if this feels so unfamiliar and uncomfortable, maybe there's a little bit of anxiety rising up, bring your hands onto your tummy so you have contact with yourself. And just let yourself settle. Another few moments here. And then slowly roll off your block. So bend your knees, feet to the floor. Roll off. So roll to one side. Use the opposite hand to slowly support you. Take the block out of your way. So don't lift yourself up. Push the block out of your way. And then bring yourself to lying down on your mat. Legs out, arms out. Collapse. Breathe out. And then take a long breath in. And out. Take another if you need another. Bend your knees and place your feet down flat on the ground. Bend your knees, place your feet on the ground and your knees point up. Gently roll over to one side, doesn't matter which side. And slowly lift yourself all the way up and bring yourself to sit in whatever way feels comfy for you. But sit yourself up tall. Reach your left arm across your body, turn your thumb to face down, bring your right arm to hug it, and just pull that left arm across. Swap it over. Bring your right arm across, turn the thumb to face down, and the right arm across. Come back to the center, sit up. Thank you everyone for joining. I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions or you want to know some more things about upper body, then please do contact me. As I said, YogaJess7 on Instagram, or email yogajess7. I think there's a 7. Let me double check that. At gmail.com. And hopefully I'll see you soon. Thank you. Namaste.